It says here, to Timmy, love Daddy on the bottom.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Dude,
I'm Daddy, ain't I?
and we're back.
We are back.
Episode 10.
10. Lucky number 10.
Episode 9 of published. Yeah, I'm excited. We got some new things happening. We have these fancy microphone stands.
We have fancy microphone stands.
You can't see this, but hopefully the video quality's better.
C-Mom, Andrew bought microphone stands.
Yeah. And
we're legit.
Exactly. So we don't have to touch the microphones with our nasty hands anymore.
Yeah.
We can, just put our mouth up to them.
Real close.
Real close. Just make sure that the
impersonal like.
Just make sure that the audio stays going. That's what we really got to make sure.
We really fucked up last week.
Yeah. That was very frustrating for me editing that episode.
The camera overheated. We stopped recording.
The camera ran out of batteries.
Just one thing after another. What have you been up to this week?
Just hanging in there, man. I went to Bristol, Tennessee this past Friday and Saturday. I did some shows at the club there. They're opening up a new location for that club.
I saw
That's
that.
going to be fun.
Looks cool. I guess those are just like mock-ups that I saw.
Yeah, I think so. Have you donated money yet?
Yeah. I donated some money.
That's so smart. It's like they have these like tiers of like, hey, if you donate $100, you get like preferred tickets. If you donate $60, you get like a T-shirt.
If you donate $10,000, you get in the headliner rotation.
Yeah, right. They really should do that, man. There's a bunch of comics with like too much money to spend. There's most like the 99% of comics have like no money, but 1% of comics
are really rich.
Very
like
rich.
That one guy in New York who was like, he did stand up for fun, but his job was a very successful Manhattan plastic surgeon.
Yeah, he was a surgeon, and he lived with a cocaine addict. It seemed like he was taking advantage of him. And he had a penthouse like right next to Times Square.
It was really cool. It was kind of cool. You meet a lot of interesting people. Comedy, most of them like interesting in a bad way, though.
Yeah, this guy wasn't there, but we did play poker in his house a couple times, I think. Didn't we play poker in his house?
I think it was just that one trip, but
Okay.
2 different times.
Yeah, okay. That was a lot of fun, though, man. I love playing poker.
I haven't played poker in a long time. You like to gamble, buddy.
I love gambling, dude.
You like to lay it all on the line.
Gambling, but we've talked about this before, maybe not on the show, but here's my favorite part about gambling.
The endorphins.
Being right. You know what I mean?
That's your favorite part about gambling, being right.
Being right.
Yeah, are you up or down lifetime gambling?
I haven't run the numbers in a while.
Is it safe to say you're down?
I am down. I'm down about $500. So I'm not saying that I'm right more often than I'm wrong. It's not about being right more than I'm wrong. It's about being right sometimes.
Down $500 after years of being a gambling addict and almost losing your house several times.
It's not how it happened. I've got a lot of addictions in this world, and gambling ain't one of them. Alcohol's the main one.
Then why'd you almost lose your house?
I didn't almost lose my house. That's not true.
I saw something interesting on a line today. It's kind of stupid in my opinion, but it made me think. It said, this is the true personality test. Would you rather be a cowboy, a pirate, or a samurai? I think there's only one answer that's good.
I think cowboy.
Why do you think cowboy?
Because cowboy, it just seems like a fun adventure.
Yeah.
I can say this. I wouldn't want to be a pirate.
Yeah, being a cowboy is like one of the hardest ways to live ever.
But it's a fun. What would you say,
dude?
Samurai?
If you're a samurai, you're a nobleman. You're rich. You're part of the Japanese upper class.
I guess we have different personalities because I think that it's cowboy, no question.
No, samurai. You just have to live a life by honor.
Well, that's the thing.
It's the only thing you got to do. You got to live your.
It's basically like pick a video game. Do you like Red Dead Redemption, Ghost of Tsushima, or Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
I never played Black Flag. I like both of the other games.
I think if I was going to pick one, I would go with Red Dead Redemption. Just hanging out with your friends, going from town to town, playing poker, gambling.
All right, so
gambling.
I think you would take the most hot baths as a samurai.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons. I think your life you would have much more of a like
Cushy
a
life.
cushy life in the sense of like amenities and things.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Something about the American South, the American West in the
Yeah,
late
man.
1800s.
Yeah, the way that fucking writers and movie makers made it look.
Well, that's how it is for samurai too. Samurai still have to like go to war and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I think pirates is the
that
easiest
would be
one
the
to
part
say
I
no.
didn't like. Yeah, the life of a pirate just is like miserable.
It's
Can you imagine being on a boat that was made like the 1600s
with a bunch of guys.
and being out in the middle of the ocean when like a storm hits?
Have you heard that street?
So scary.
Have you heard that street joke about being the pirate and the barrel?
Yes.
I'll go ahead and tell it because it's fun. It's a street joke. This isn't my joke, but street jokes are fun. Whereas he said, any day of the week, Monday through Saturday, you can stick your dick in this barrel and you get a blowjob. The only day you can't is on Sunday. And you say, why not on Sunday? He's like, and Sunday you're in the barrel.
Yeah, that's your day in the barrel.
That's she day in the barrel.
Yeah, it's a funny joke. Yeah, man, pirate would be terrible. Apparently, you always are on. I mean, also like if you're caught, you're hung
Yeah,
or at least branded.
yeah. It's like, well,
Samurai, you have like servants and shit.
yeah, I guess so, man. But I think being a cowboy, dude, just like it is very romantic. Like it's not in a like sexy way, but like in a like. I've romanticized the life of a cowboy for a long time.
Yeah.
See, look, that's cowboy shit on my TV right now.
Yeah. Why did you pick that one?
I picked that because I wanted to be a cowboy.
It's just the High Plains drifter.
Yeah, man. You could be like Roland Deschain, Roland of Gilead.
Just go from town to town.
Exactly. Just go to town.
Saving people.
Fucking lonely women.
Overthrowing railroad barons.
Did you ever watch Gunsmoke growing up?
A little bit, yes.
Dude, my dad loved Gunsmoke.
My dad loved it too.
So that's the one with Miss Kitty, right?
Yes.
Miss
Matt
Kitty,
Dillon.
Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of running away?
Settling down, watching some Gunsmoke.
Yeah, dude, Gunsmoke. By the time I went to college, I was like, Gunsmoke is kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is cool. For sure. My dad used to like these movies called The Man from Snowy River.
Yeah.
And The Man from Snowy River 2. And they were just like kind of cowboy movies, but they didn't take place in America. They took place in Australia. But like what they don't tell you is Australia also has cowboys.
Yeah.
That pretty much like live the same. According to the movie, they're cowboys. There was another movie about cowboys in Australia. What was it called? Quigley Down Under.
Okay.
That starred Burt Reynolds, I think.
And then there's those cowboys in Italy, the spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, what's so funny about the spaghetti westerns to me is everyone would just speak in the language that they spoke, and then they would dub everybody else except for the one guy who could speak it.
Yeah.
That's why all the like side characters. It must be weird to watch like it in a kind of smaller like market and be like. Clint Eastwood has like a really bad dub, and like the only person who's like naturally an actor that you can hear is like a really bad, like a really stupid side character.
Yeah, small character. I mean, how many languages do they use though? They just use like Italian, Spanish, and English.
I bet I don't know.
What do they?
I wouldn't be surprised if those French.
Yeah, maybe. It's got to be tough. It's like the Tower.
Portuguese.
Spaghetti Westerns is like the Tower of Babel,
Yeah.
Spaghetti Western, like this, the craft services table must be just. So confusing.
And so funny because it's like spaghetti western's like borderline offensive.
It sounds offensive.
Yeah. It sounds offensive more. You can't offend Italians.
Yeah, I mean,
you're allowed to.
Yeah, I think they are. You are still allowed to.
But yeah, it kind of sounds like you shouldn't say spaghetti westerns at work.
Yeah, here's why you're allowed to offend Italians. Basically, we said that fine, Italians, you can be white, but we get to make fun of you.
Yeah,
that's the trade-off.
Dude, The Sopranos. It's so funny because like the way like Italian culture went was like one day it was like The Sopranos, and then the next day it was Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
and it's like there's no in between for me in my mind.
Yeah,
like that's the cultural relevance. Rudy Giuliani before and after.
Yeah. Well, is Chris Christie Italian?
Probably, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's funny in The Sopranos when it says like he's like talking to AJ, and he's like, when they tell you John Gotti, you say Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, oh, that one hasn't aged the best.
Yeah, when they say Donald Trump, you say Ron DeSantis.
You tell them Ron DeSantis.
I guess Donald Trump.
One of the most ominous lines in that show was when Christopher was like, if you don't quit eating like this, you're going to have a heart attack by the time you're 50.
What did he do? He had a heart attack when he was about 50.
Like he was like at a really nice restaurant. And they're like, this is what he ate. He was at like a restaurant in the hotel he was staying at. And it's like, this is what James Gandolfini ate the night that he died. And it's like, he had like 10 mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Like 4 orders. I don't remember. You could look it up.
Well, it's like...
But it's a lot.
James Gandolfini was like trying to speed run coronary disease, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he was an addict, apparently.
Yeah, he
They
loved
said
drugs.
that he would like go missing sometimes on the set of Sopranos. It's like that's probably the only reason they put that little episode where Tony does coke a lot.
Yeah.
In that episode in there.
Dude, can you imagine being that talented where you're like, everyone around you is like, yeah, he's fucking unreliable, but he's so good when he's
Yeah.
here.
Dude, Edie Falco could act.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of good actors. There's that guy from the Boss's band, the E Street Band,
Oh yeah,
Silvio Dante.
that was like the first thing he ever acted in.
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor
Dude,
for someone
that
who's...
man can frown like you wouldn't believe. I can't do it. My life has too much joy to frown like that.
It's not true. Just when I thought I was out.
They pull me back in.
That's from Godfather 3.
Hooah! That's from Sin of Woman.
Yeah.
I'll burn this place. I'll take a flamethrower to this place.
We've both been rewatching The Sopranos. I think I caught up to Matt and his girlfriend.
It's such a good show.
I've been watching that. I watched that episode where they do the sports bets when Christopher has to pay Paulie the money because he lost all those.
That's the same episode Christopher gets made. He was on one ass cheek the whole way over.
Dude, I would be too, man. You know, like you know how many guys he knows that have gotten killed.
And on rewatch, it's like really like it's even more honest because remember that bird who's like, you're like, oh, that's a bad ending for Christopher. Like,
yeah,
that represents Christopher's bad ending. The other guy that he was getting made with, the only other guy I'm getting made is the guy who like asks to leave in season 6 and doesn't get let, so he hangs himself.
Yeah,
and he was like also an informant.
Yeah, that's why he killed himself.
Dude, towards the end, it's like
Spoiler.
everybody's an informant. Everybody's an informant.
What's the guy who I think is it Little Carmine? Is he an informant too?
I don't think Little Carmine's an informant. I can't remember though, but I don't.
Or
think
is it
so.
Big Carmine that's the informant?
No, Big Carmine wasn't an informant. Little Carmine was the guy who was like he was like a porn producer.
Yeah, he was not. Actually, maybe he was. I don't know. Most of them were. Spoiler alert. But yeah, man, I like that show. I like sports betting. Sue me. You know, when the Titans got a really good sports bettor. Maybe he's not good at sports betting. He's a good wide receiver who likes to sports bet. My kind of guy, you know.
Really? I didn't know he liked
Calvin
sports
Ridley?
bet.
Yeah, he got suspended for like a whole year for sports betting.
Really?
Yeah, that's the thing about, dude. It's really funny to me how these athletes keep getting caught gambling,
Like
and
the one thing.
the NFL's like, how did this happen? What possesses people to gamble? And it's like have you ever watched a game?
DraftKings.
It looks so much fun to gamble, and it is so much fun. You know,
It's fun when you win.
it's so fun. It's fun to play, man. It makes games more interesting.
I feel like, but like also, I don't win a lot.
You don't play, man. You got to play to win. But I was my account got locked yesterday.
What suspicious activity?
I think someone was trying to log in. It's like, dude, I got $50 in there. Good luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's probably that guy from the Jaguars who got busted.
Jaguar.
He's in.
That's the craziest shit I've heard ever.
Yeah, if y'all don't know about this is a really funny story. It's where this guy who was like a financial employee of the Jaguars embezzled like $22 million to sports bet. And he kept betting on the Jaguars and losing because the Jaguars aren't that good. Talk about, dude, they should have just like forgiven him for it because he believed in the team so much, you know?
Yeah, I feel like you were saying Jaguars weird.
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
There's certain words, man,
Jaguars.
I can't say very well, Oil. Oil is one
Get
of
your
them.
oil change.
I sound like I've never used indoor plumbing when I say oil.
Oil.
You know what I mean?
I'm here to get my oil change.
If I was writing a song, I could have rhymed tool with oil. I can say it right. Oil.
Yeah, it just like takes conscious
oil.
effort. I was talking to my cousin because, like, I'm like got some twang to me.
Talk into it more.
I got some like twang to my voice, and so does like a lot of people in my family. And I was talking to my little cousin, and she's like 14, and she was like, talking. She's like, and we had to go and wash it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's wash, not wash. And she was like, I can't say wash. I can't say it. And I was like, you just did.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't say wash, I say wash. It's funny. Don't ever stop saying wash.
Yeah, stop saying this. It's fine. It's like
It's fine.
It's
I
fine.
shouldn't have even corrected you.
my mom, when she was a kid, she got like a B on her spelling test because they pronounced chimney chimley.
Chimley?
She thought there was an L in there.
Chimley.
Chimley.
Like the character from
Pawn
Pawn
Stars.
Stars.
Yeah.
Or Chumley.
Chumley.
Chumley's just the worst name ever. Chum is just gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like just
Chum.
an assortment of fish carcasses.
Yeah. It's real gross.
It's just a term of endearment. We call her buddy.
Chum. Hey, Chum. Remember the old man in that show that they call it like the
The old man,
granddad?
yeah.
He's just so pissy.
Yeah. Is he dead? He's dead.
He died a few years ago.
Yeah, that was a fun show. That was when, that was a point in time where we could suspend disbelief. Maybe it's just because I was a child. But I thought Pawn Stars was real. And,
That they just would come in. It's random luck of the draw.
yeah.
And he's just like, one episode. You know that because on like the third episode of Pawn Stars, he's like, hey, I got this this PlayStation 2 I'd like to pawn. He's like, where'd you get it? And he's like, don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about where I got it. He's like, it says here, to Timmy, love daddy on the bottom.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Dude.
I'm daddy, ain't I?
Yeah. It's
And
funny
like,
because
there's all sorts of, notice you got some spots on your face. You've been picking at yourself.
Yeah.
He's like, don't you worry about it. And he's like, we'll give you $40.
yeah.
For
Okay,
this.
I'll take it. That sounds good to me. Dude, so that pawn shop is in Los Angeles, right? It's a real pawn shop?
Yeah,
Not
gold and silver pawn.
Is it Los Angeles or Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
So but I think it's in a pretty nice area of Las Vegas. Like what you're saying, that would happen at the pawn shop across town, where it's like pawn, character actors. It's not exactly a star, but it's.
Well, there was that other pawn show, Hardcore Pawn.
Yeah, that's the X-rated channel.
Dude, Hardcore Pawn was so funny because the guy who run like the star of the show couldn't have looked more like a sleazeball.
Yeah.
Look it up. He couldn't have looked more like like a guy who runs like on the edge of a legal business.
Yeah, he looks like. We'll put his picture on the screen, but
Just greasy.
he looks like if the Tiger King got into really focus more on the meth side of his habits. He's like less tigers, more meth.
I'll say this though, this show is entertaining. This show was really, really fake, but it was so fun because the brother and the sister who were the heirs to the pawn shop would always fight, but they were just such bad actors. They were such bad actors, and it was hilarious.
I wonder what IMDb has on this for this show.
It's like he's in a movie.
Yeah, 4.8 out of 10. That's better than I thought, honestly.
It's fun. It's fun. I mean,
season 8, season 9. How many seasons were there of the show?
I didn't know there were that many. Goodness gracious.
Oh, they were they were pumping them out because it only went 2009 to 2015. But they got 9 seasons in 6 years. Good for them, man.
Yeah, man. Those shows were so cheap to make.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. It's just so funny, dude. He just looks like
Yeah,
he's got some illegal connection.
he's a psychopath. He looks like a white version of Danny Trejo. But yeah, that's fun. I love. See, look, people. That's what people are like. Why did the History Channel stop doing history shows? It's like because people love reality TV shows and is practically free to make.
Yeah, well, that's the answer.
Yeah.
Is they're just like, oh, we could do this thing with just a little bit of history and sprinkled in a way like Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
And like the return on investment is just so much higher because like it costs so much to produce regular TV, like scripted.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like documentaries. Documentaries take so long to make and have to be like so well researched.
Yeah, definitely.
History documentaries.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, but yeah, it's fun. You know, I like pawn shops too, man. Pawn shops are fun.
I like the pawn shop.
Yeah, I like just walking around and looking at people's lost dreams. You know,
Yeah, all these guitars.
guns.
Nobody buys a guitar thinking they're gonna pawn it one day.
No, you're like this is gonna make me money. Guitar is only gonna make you as much money as you can pawn it for. That's why you should buy Fender Stratocasters. You know, they hold their resale value pretty well.
Is that true?
I think American-made Fenders, yeah, you can. A lot of those guitars, like you can probably sell them for like 80% what they are brand new. But like the cheap stuff,
I just
nobody
don't
wants.
understand why you would ever buy a brand new guitar.
Yeah, don't. Like if you can get a nice used one,
Yeah.
get a nice used one.
I mean, I kind of feel that way about cars too, unless you got money to burn.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you're stranded on the side of the road in Alabama.
That's happened to me. That happened once. You watch anything good this weekend?
I watched that movie, Iron Claw.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie was like, god damn, dude, so sad.
Yeah.
Just so sad. It was so, like, it was just everything that happened in that movie was like, oh, I would want to kill myself.
Yeah.
That's what several characters thought as well.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I watched like the Watch Mojo of like the things that Iron Claw got right and got wrong about the real Von Eyck family. They're like, there was also a sixth brother that didn't get put in the movie. They cut him out to consolidate the story. He was not as physically gifted as his brothers, but he did kill himself just like them. It's just like, God, dude, it really is like a cursed family. That's what it says in the movie. They all just died tragically. It's so fucked up. Oh, one of them too. Before he died, he was the heavyweight champion of the world in wrestling, and he got in a motorcycle wreck and had to have his foot amputated.
Damn, dude.
And he's like trying to learn to wrestle with like a prosthetic boot on.
How? I guess you do need your feet to wrestle.
I think he ended up going to the WWF.
Yeah, good for him. Because they can definitely like.
But then he killed himself.
They can spin.
Spoilers, by the way.
They can spin you up a character real quick if you have one foot. You know.
Yeah.
You just peg leg the wrestler.
It was the one who got his leg amputated was the one from the one we want to play Eddie Dean in the Dark Tower movie.
Oh, that's his character.
Yeah, dude, he got jacked.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, fucking Zac Efron just looks like he had the testosterone level of one of those gorillas from the movie Congo.
Is he jacked?
Yeah, dude, so jacked. Look it up. He's like there's no way he didn't take steroids.
Yeah, dude. Why?
I'm sorry. There's no way.
He would tell you that.
Probably. But like he looks like one of those guys from the gym who take steroids.
Let's see. Oh yeah, dude. He does look like he has some chimp in him or something. Zac Efron shows off jacked wrestler's body. Dude, oh my god, he is fucking jacked.
Dude, that doesn't look at one of him like standing up. He's huge. He's like, and it's like, you know, he's got a little bit of like there's one.
He's like fat, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the steroid. I think it's called like HGH. I don't forget what it's called, but there's some sort of name that happens to bodybuilders.
It's what Joe Rogan has. Joe Rogan has like just like jacked arms, like 6-pack, but also fat. It's a weird look, dude. It's taken me going to the gym for 3 months to be like, I wonder how bad steroids are for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like. It's one of those things, like, I think if you took it with a doctor, like checking your levels all the time, you'd probably be fine. But,
yeah.
like, are you going to do that?
Nah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna keep taking my whey protein. Dude, this whey protein, you've experienced it firsthand. I can't stop farting when I take whey protein.
Yeah, that's a common side effect. They should have to print it on the bottle
Yeah.
of whey protein.
Yeah, I'm gonna get divorced over this whey protein, dude.
Really?
It's really
Make
bad.
Tina mad, huh?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get divorced over this whey protein.
I took some earlier, man. It's just like bubbling. You know, I'm gonna explode.
Don't
But,
explode.
I've been trying to do that 75 hard thing. I've told you about it a little bit.
Yeah, tell them. This is pretty interesting.
Okay, so 75 hard is this program. It's not a fitness program. It's like a mental toughness program. And I've been reading about it. I'm on I think this is my 3rd day in a row. I had to start over. But anyway, it's like 6 rules. Rule 1 is you have to work out twice a day. 45 minutes each workout. One of the workouts has to be outside. That's rule 1. They're not really numbered, but that's how I'm thinking about it. Rule 2, you got to drink a gallon of water every day. Rule 3, you have to take a progress picture every day. Rule 4, you have to follow a diet of some kind. Rule 5, you have to read 10 pages of a book every day. And rule 6, no drugs, or not drugs, no alcohol, and no cheat meals.
But you can't have drugs.
You can have drugs, actually. There's no rule against drugs. Drugs are fine, actually, in this program.
75 hard drugs.
75 hard drugs.
75 hard drugs.
Dude, what if they did that with, it's like 75 hard, no beer, no wine, liquor is encouraged.
Yeah, no, what if it was like, you got to do a gram of Coke a day.
Yeah.
75 hard.
75 hard.
Hard on your organs.
All of a sudden, that like working out 2 times a day is like a little easier. You get a little pep in your step, you know?
Step 1, no, drink a gallon of water every day. Step 2, get a 30-day supply of Adderall.
Yeah.
Step 3.
What if there was like a 75 hard, but yeah, it's just for things that are bad for you. You have to eat 7,500 calories.
I wish.
It's easy.
Yeah, dude. There's been so many days I've hit that. I mean, I know it's obvious. I'm a big guy, and I mean big in the bad way.
Yeah.
Dude, there's just, you let your calories get away from you, dude.
Yeah.
I've been counting them. It's been helping, but you just let your calories get away from you. Like, oh, I'm hungry.
Dude, if you get an appetizer at a restaurant and a drink, and like, not only is it going to be $40, but it's going to be like 4,000 calories.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what it is, if you get like the bruschetta or the lettuce wraps, maybe not, but like, yeah.
Bloomin' onion.
I goddamn love it. I goddamn love it. Dude, I fucking love the Outback.
Yeah.
I love the Outback. People talk shit about it. Like, oh, the bread's bad. I'm like, that's real bread. I love the yeast rolls at like Texas Roadhouse or Logan's.
Yeah.
But like, they're more air than bread.
Yeah.
But they're so good.
Yeah, the bread at Outback is really good. Honestly, dude, Outback is underrated. I think it's because I'm an adult now, but man, I loved going to like chain restaurants as a kid.
Now it's like if I want to go out, I'll probably go someplace nicer. But like, you also have to think like when you went out with your kid, it's like, okay, or when you were a kid, it's like, okay, we've got to feed the whole family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you go to like a medium place.
You know what I miss from when I was a kid? The solarium at Wendy's.
I have no. What's the solarium?
It's like, you know, it has like stained glass windows. It's where Wendy's had. Let me look.
Dude, I thought it was like. I miss the solarium at Wendy's. You know, the solarium, that portal in the back that took you to the Dilark dimension.
You know, like the Doctor Strange portal.
In the back of all the Wendy's.
You don't remember that thing?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It was cool.
But then they also had the salad bar, Wendy's salad bar.
Yes, I remember the Wendy's salad bar. I remember getting to Wendy's and then my parents being like, we're getting a baked potato and bloomin' onion and my fat ass, or not bloomin' onion, a baked potato and chili and a salad. And my fat ass was like, burger and fries, please.
Aren't your parents both in pretty good shape?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, my favorite part about Wendy's growing up was like, a square burger. What will they think of next?
Yeah, for sure.
So you can nibble on the corners of each burger?
My mom used to work at Wendy's.
Yeah?
Like, she was like a manager of Wendy's, like, before she had me back years ago.
So she like knew the secret menu
So,
items.
well, like when we were kids, we weren't allowed to have Wendy's
Why?
because like she just didn't like it. 'Cause
Yeah.
she worked there. I mean, it's not like we would be disciplined if like someone else took us to Wendy's or something. But it's just like, you know, if mom was with us, we didn't have Wendy's. But then they put in a Wendy's like really close to my house. It was by far the closest restaurant to my house when I was like 14 or 15. And it's like all of a sudden we started getting Wendy's all the time.
Yeah. What was your favorite fast food restaurant growing up? Versus now. I think I can guess your. Let me guess what your favorite fast food restaurant is now.
Okay.
Arby's.
No.
What's your favorite?
Arby's is up there. It's in the top 3. I don't know. I mean, like, I like Whataburger.
Yeah.
I like Whataburger, but like part of that is because like I don't have it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My favorite when I was a kid, I mean probably McDonald's when you're a kid.
Yeah.
As I got older, I ate a lot of Wendy's, a lot of Taco Bell,
Ooh,
and a lot of Crystals.
dude. I put on some pounds in college eating Crystals.
Dude, we used to go to Crystals after football games.
Yeah.
Just be like dead, like just dead, drenched in sweat, like just bleeding, bruised up, like about to collapse, and it's like 12 Crystals, please.
Yeah, dude, we did that with McDonald's because we called it the green because it was the McDonald's with the green roof, and I was like 2 20-piece nuggets, please.
And just put it away.
Yeah, put that shit
It's
away,
like
man.
in The Office where Stanley shows that picture of him in like his Black Panther days. It's
Yeah.
like, we were sticking it to the man and eating whatever we wanted.
I also played offensive line in high school, so my coach was like, "You got to fucking fill up."
Yeah.
It's different, man.
I did too for most of it.
But
And defensive line, but
here's a big mistake that my high school football coaches made was we had an away game in Jackson, Tennessee.
I think I've heard this story.
And, we usually have pregame meals like spaghetti and salad or, maybe like a sandwich. But for our pregame meal in Jackson, we went to Ryan's, which is like Golden Corral if they just played it a little bit more fast and
Dude,
loose.
I loved Ryan's. Pour one out for Ryan's.
Yeah,
actually.
R.I.P. Ryan's.
I don't think they exist anymore.
I don't think they do.
Sadly, I haven't seen one in so long. We used to go there all the time when I was a kid.
Ryan's was like, look, we aren't even trying to make money here, okay? We just want to support the community.
It was so funny. My Nana and like my aunt and my Nana's husband, we would take me to Ryan's when I would like spend the night there.
Yeah.
And I would get the buffet.
Yeah.
And like pick out. My Nana and my aunt and my Tom was his name. My Nana's husband would all order steak from the menu. They would order like steak and baked potato plate.
I remember people doing that, and I was like, that's just so foreign and bizarre to me. I'm
yeah,
like,
for real.
it's all you can eat.
Exactly. And it's like the food there was good, especially when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it's like they had like steak on the buffet.
Yeah, right. Just get the steak on the buffet. But anyway, we went to Ryan's before a football game, and like all of the offensive linemen took it upon themselves as a challenge to get their money's worth. And then we had to go play football against a school that was better than us, and we got our asses whipped. We went through 3 quarterbacks that game. Like it was almost child abuse them putting those quarterbacks back there when the offensive linemen just roly poly.
What did your coach say after the game?
So we're not going to Ryan's anymore. It's like we're packing a brown bag lunch.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter to Ryan's.
Maybe he did it on purpose because we weren't supposed to win that game. It's like, now we have an excuse,
He would do that on purpose, huh?
Nah, he wouldn't do it on purpose. Coach Robbie Donaldson would never do that.
Coach Robbie
Donaldson. I helped him move a couple times. That's the thing.
Couple times.
Yeah, that's the thing about being
you helped a grown man move.
Being a football coach. If you're a high school football coach, you don't have to hire movers.
Yeah, you get like indentured servitude if you're a high school football coach.
It's part of the off-season conditioning.
Just point and say, yeah.
We're back. It happened again.
Aren't you still plugged in?
I'm still plugged in. It'll be fine. We're not going to talk much longer.
Okay. It happened again. The camera overheating. It's not even warm in here.
Yeah, it was hot in here last time. I think it's because my camera's plugged into the wall and it's charging. So I got to just charge the camera next time. But yeah, anyway, we don't have a lot. I don't have a lot more else to say. Matt is whipping my ass in Madden right now, and I'm definitely not letting him do it, guys, because I want him to be in a good mood. I'm not. I don't want people to say that I'm letting him win because he's been on a losing streak and he's been down in the dumps a little bit this week. I'm not letting him win, and I think it's fucked up that some of y'all are saying that.
It's right here in the comments on the live stream.
Yeah, I'm just
They're
gonna
saying,
I'm gonna turn this away from Matt so he can't see all the what you guys are saying about him. But no, I am getting my ass whipped. It's 17-3 at halftime, and it's 54 yards to 158. So not doing good.
I've got 2 interceptions. I got 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I have a fantasy baseball draft here in about 30 minutes.
Oh,
exactly
shit.
30 minutes.
Well, we've got to hurt because I got to finish this game.
Oh yeah, Matt has to finish. I can draft and play at the same time against you once this podcast is over. The gloves come off.
Okay.
I don't need you to be in a good mood anymore.
You don't need me to be in a good mood. Okay.
But no, I think I was talking about high school football and just talking about when I peaked. No, the good thing about not being that good at football is you can't peak in high school.
During our little break, when the camera over here, Andrew was like down in a 3-point stance, he kept just being like,
yeah,
Phew.
I kept, getting out of my stance. Yeah,
opening up your shoulders.
Step. That's what we doing in the hospital, just teaching the kid how to fucking
From a little
get
put a
out of
little
their
football in that crib. Actually,
my wife's like, you're not gonna be able to work out twice a day when I'm in labor. And
yeah,
I'm
you
like,
can. One of them just might have to be like push-ups on the ground.
I'm gonna 45 minutes of push-ups. I'm gonna plank. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna plank.
I mean, you could do like push-ups, sit-ups, squats.
Yeah, I probably will do that actually.
Um,
You got any shows coming up?
I've got something in Birmingham on the 12th, and I'm at of next month, and then I'm at the Catch on 4th or 5th. I'm hosting the weekend there, and I think that's it for the immediate future.
Nice. I'm going to Lexington, Kentucky this weekend to do a show. So that'll be cool, I guess.
I feel like I haven't written a joke in forever, man. I've kind of been in like a bad, like a down in the dumps type thing.
Yeah, that's why.
That you're letting
Madden
me
thing.
win. Yeah. No, I've been like I don't know. I haven't had much joke inspiration. I've written a few like really stupid things, but like they're not things that I feel like I can hang my hat on.
Yeah. I've had a couple that I'm happy with, but here's the thing, man. I think that like with joke writing and any kind of writing, like sometimes if I can't think of a like joke to write about, what I'll do is I'll journal about my day. And a lot of times that'll like get the juices flowing.
That's a good idea.
Just get a notebook out and like write about like what's going on. And then sometimes that'll give you an idea of like, oh yeah, that happened.
That's a good idea because I've just straight up have writer's block. And like I've never been the fastest at like churning out material, but I like always had something cooking.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I've got much cooking right now at all.
I mean, it's feast or famine sometimes. Like you'll get a new 5 minutes in a week sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, Scott, who lives in Huntsville, I remember him talking about how like sometimes like you gotta just not even try to. If you don't try and you like go do other stuff that's not stand up, and you like live your life, that's when you can actually like have something to talk about.
Yeah.
You got to live your life a little bit. There's like a balance between like.
Well, it's weird because like I feel like I've had like more of a fulfilling life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been traveling a lot. I mean, I guess I'll say like part of what's got me down is just like I've been dieting and it's very hard.
Yeah,
it's
man.
very hard, dude.
I think you should weigh yourself next week. I think you'll be happy with like.
I'm supposed to weigh. I'm going to weigh myself on Monday, which will be 1 month. 1 month of dieting.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I've also been a little bit more active, walking, going on walks and stuff, but haven't been hitting the gym yet. But hopefully in the future, I'm trying to
baby steps.
I'll let things get out of hand.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I mean it's fine, but it's just like it's hard. Like I use food to like make myself feel better a lot,
Yeah.
and I haven't really had that tool.
Me and Matt have done keto a few times.
Yeah, it's good, but then like
It's not what he's
I end up just eating like
bacon strips.
so much sausage and bacon.
It's like you're on Epic Mealtime or something.
Yeah, so much cheese, and it's like good, but it's just like
You feel your arteries hardening.
my whole thing is like I mentioned it earlier, like calories get away from you, so it's just like my whole thing has been like I just have to like make myself stop. I can only have so much.
Yeah.
So like I've been like tracking my calories.
You had those hot dogs today?
Yeah, I had hot dogs today because I was like I needed it, but it was so crazy because I got like the all beef Franks,
Yeah.
Hebrew National, only 45 calories a frank.
I got some in there too.
And then I had the buns were 75 pieces, so I had 4 hot dogs for 500 calories.
Yeah, man. It's like
And it's just like, well, that's not sustainable, but at least for like the short term, I'm meeting my calorie goal. So
that's great, man. But yeah, it's gonna be good. We got some college basketball coming up this weekend. That's gonna be fun.
Go
to
Vols,
watch.
baby!
Vols.
Sweet 16.
And any movies coming out you're excited about?
I mean, yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Dude.
Also, they're like revving up for House of the Dragon season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, I love that shit. I
Yeah.
love that shit. Mainline it.
Yeah, man. That'll be fun. I haven't finished the first season yet,
It's so good.
but that'll be good. And then there's a bunch of good fucking games coming out, man. So many good games. I don't have enough time. Yeah, I don't have enough time to play all these games. We've been playing Star Wars Battlefront Classic, and I don't care what anyone online says. I don't care what anyone on Reddit, whatever says. Star Wars Battlefront Classic, it's fun. It's just a lot of fun.
I don't care what anyone says.
I don't. People are shitting on it online.
I don't care what the Pope says.
I don't care what the Pope says. It's a fun game.
I don't care what my mom says. You can't tell me what to do.
My mom did bitch at me about. She nagged at me about. We played that game too much as a kid.
Really, that game?
Dude, me and my brother, we loved that game.
Star Wars Battlefront?
Yes. That was like the only game. We had a PlayStation 2 at my dad's house, and he wouldn't really buy us many games for it, but we had that game, and we played that game all the time.
Your mom would just be like, get off that PlayStation, Andrew. Get off that Nintendo. Did your parents just call everything Nintendo?
I don't think so.
My parents called everything Nintendo.
But we had it on Xbox and PlayStation because we had it on Xbox at my mom's house and PlayStation at my dad's house.
Hell yeah. 2 different Nintendos.
2 different Nintendos. Why does someone need 2 Nintendos? That's what I
the
say.
Xbox Nintendo and the PlayStation 2 Nintendo.
PlayStation was like pissed about that. No, Nintendo was like, you guys can't just keep calling everything Nintendo because we're going to lose our trademark. So they had to like start cease and desisting parents.
Yeah, for real.
If you keep calling it Nintendo.
It's like Nintendo pulled Disney and just started suing daycares for having Mario murals on the wall.
Yeah. They could. Disney loves doing that.
Dude, Nintendo's got some good IP.
Yeah. Zelda, Mario, Metroid.
Like, a very like the closest, I guess, to like the Disney characters. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, like it's so weird because it's like I think of like the Disney, Mickey Mouse, Goofy characters.
Yeah.
As like, okay, that's like quintessential.
That's their flagship.
But then you think of like when I was a kid, we watched like Looney Tunes. Like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, and Six Flags tried to bring in Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And you see like people walking around Six Flags in like a Daffy Duck or a Bugs Bunny costume, and you're like, give it a break, man.
Yeah.
Give it a break. This is lame.
It's like PlayStation tried to do like Crash Bandicoot is our big guy. Or like Kratos.
Yeah, it's so funny. All the PlayStation ones are just like have been through hell.
Yeah. Resident Evil.
Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. When PlayStation first started, they did try to do that. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Ratchet and Clank.
Is Rayman part of that, or is that cross-platform?
I think Rayman was PlayStation 1. I think.
Yeah, but yeah, they tried.
They didn't stick. Even Crash Bandicoot. I mean, like I know, like okay, there's still Crash games. Remember Jak and Daxter?
Yeah.
There's still a lot of these games, but they just don't have the cultural significance as like Legend of Zelda. I mean, Mario's obviously like the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
But like any of those characters, any of the characters that's in like a
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, or like a Mario Kart game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And then they have like cool ones too, like Metroid.
Right. Even though.
And PlayStation's got like we have Solid Snake.
What an all-time twist in video game history. It's like, I've been playing a girl this whole time.
Yeah.
At the end of Metroid.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe women can.
Really can. That's the start of feminism.
Yeah, that's
the start of third wave feminism right there.
Metroid is like, maybe women can kill aliens.
Yeah, they're like, we've given them the right to vote, but I draw the line at women killing aliens.
Yeah.
I draw the line at women putting on a Metroid suit.
I would have rooted for Ridley if I knew that. But,
yeah, man. There's so many awesome female, like, characters in horror. Like it's almost sometimes it becomes like a bit of a stereotype because like the survivor girl,
Yeah.
but like Laurie Strode, Ripley, they're just very cool characters.
Yeah. All the Halloween movies, like Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
Yeah, Laurie Strode, I think.
I don't fucking know the names. I just know her name. I know her from Freaky Friday. That's where I know her from. That's the first movie. That's the first Jamie Lee Curtis movie I saw.
The first Jamie Lee Curtis movie I saw that I can remember is probably True Lies.
Really? I never heard of that movie.
True Lies is like she's Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is a secret agent. It's actually like a good movie, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is a secret agent, but she thinks like he's cheating on her, but really he's just lying to her because he's a secret agent.
Nice.
That's a fun movie, but whatever.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. I feel like that. I only know her as like an older lady and as the babysitter.
As an Activia spokeswoman.
Yeah, right. But yeah. Well, good stuff, man. We got some fun stuff coming up. We'll keep posting some
We'll be back
stuff.
again. Hopefully figure out our technical issues.
Yeah, I think we figured it out mostly. But anyway,
Thanks for listening.
we're going to come up with a name.
Both of you, yeah.
We'll
Both
see
of
you
you.
later.